Welcome, I'm Chrysetta and we'll be doing a 25-minute core workout today. All you need is a foam roller. It could be this larger size one, or if you have the half size one, that would work as well, but it needs to be the full cylinder. So if you have a foam roller, that's great. If not, you can do a lot of these exercises without, so I'll kind of shout out those modifications just in case you don't have. So start out just standing tall. My feet are right under my hips, and I'm imagining a wall behind my back. So I want you just to feel if your head is hanging a little in front of you or ribs are hanging in front, and see if you can sort of feel that feeling of a wall behind your back. Hands will come around your rib cage. And then just take a few easy breaths and notice your rib cage expanding as you breathe in. And then exhale and exaggerate that exhale to the point where you feel your abdominals engage. And if you're having a hard time feeling it, I want you to make a ha sound at the very end of your exhale. So we'll breathe in. And at the very end of that ha exhale, we'll feel a really nice deep core contraction. So try to find that with me. That's kind of the foundation of a lot of our core work. So inhaling, filling up. Exhaling with that. Good. Try to bring that feeling with you in your abdominals. We'll take a breath in. And then exhale, roll yourself down, looking for that deep, empty contraction in those lower abdominals. Good. At the bottom, bend your knees and use your core muscles to sort of drag yourself up to standing. So it's like my abdominals want to go up, but my head wants to stay down. So rolling down, feeling those abdominals lifting. Head doesn't want to go, abdominals lead the way. Exhaling with that ha breath, if that helped you. One more. Good, and then find your foam roller. So we'll lay down on your back. I'm going to bring my roller underneath me by lifting my hips up. I'll slide that roller underneath the back of my pelvis, and I want it to be somewhere where it's not my low back with my whole pelvis hanging back. It's not tucking my tail up. It's right in the middle, so I feel like I'm in a nice level position with my pelvis. Like I could put like a little glass of water on my lower belly and it would be basically level. And it should feel supportive. So in this position, I'm going to use my hands to hold the roller and lift your knees up into a tabletop position. So from here, we're going to take a little rock side to side and get some of those rotational muscles working. So I'm letting one hip lift up and then letting the other hip lift up. And then out on that breathing. So I'll inhale through the center and then exhale. Try to look for that deep core engagement as you twist. Good, and we'll go just one more time. Rest with your pelvis level, so I'm back in that even position. If this feels like too much, you can always do it flat on the ground. So take the roller out, hips right on the ground if this doesn't feel comfortable for you. And then we'll feel a connection through the front. So I'm thinking rib bones and hip bones, just a little bit connected, kind of like a feeling of suspenders going down the front. Keeping that suspenders feeling, I'm gonna extend one leg out nice and long, and then draw that leg back in. And then other leg reaches out long, and we'll bring it back in. So I want you to feel if you're shifting your hips side to side, or if you can keep it still and really let both sides feel equally heavy on your roller. Out and in. Good. And then again, we can add in that deep breathing. So exhaling, feeling those core muscles engage. Good. And we'll go 4 more right there. Last 4. Good, last 3. Last 2, head is heavy. Let your neck relax. Last 1. And then we'll bring the feet down towards the floor. Float your hips on up. Slide your roller out and relax your hips down onto your mat. So it should feel nice and heavy through the back of your pelvis. I'm gonna move my roller down so that it's underneath my feet. So I might have to kick it around a little bit. So feet right up on top of the roller. From here, let's interlace our hands behind the back of the head. Just feel your legs as relaxed as they can be. And I'm swinging my rib cage backwards into the floor to come up into my little Pilates C curl. And so this is a situation where you might need a towel behind your head to hold it, or you might put a block behind your head if you feel like your neck is a little bit too tense in this curled up position. So from here, I'm gonna lift one knee up and then set it down. And then the other leg lifts up and I set it down. And so I'm looking for that nice deep core engagement, that same feeling you had when we did that exhale really empty. We're gonna try to find that here. Good. And just notice if your neck is starting to try to really hold itself up there. Do a little shake, yes and no. Try to let your head feel pretty free. Good, we'll go 4 more here. Good, last 2. And then let's pause with one leg lifted. When you're ready for it, we're gonna push the roller away. It's gonna roll over my heel and up towards my calf. And I'll press that leg down into the roller. And then keeping that pressure down, I'll draw the leg back in. And then let's add on. As my leg goes out, I'll lower my head down. Breathing in, exhale, pull it together. And this is a great exercise with both parts moving, but if you need to either leave your foot on the floor or leave your head on the floor, you can adjust that to make it work for you. Good, we'll take 4 more here. Last 4. Good, last 3. 2. Last one, let's hold this at the top. Good, my back hand is gonna wrap around that front leg. So I'm in a little bit of rotation. And I want you to glue your hand to the outside of that knee that's lifted and just hold it for a moment. Good, we're gonna try to lift up more into the curl, rotate around a little bit more, and then a few times just the leg. We push your roller out and in. Here we go for 4. Good. Exhale, 3. Good, last 2. And then last one. And then we'll reset, feet on the roller. Give yourself a little rock side to side, let your low back relax. And then we'll go around for the other side. So hands come behind the head, big breath in. On your exhale, we'll nod and curl. Just a few times to really get our abdominals set up. We're gonna float one knee into table and then set it down. So knee to table and then set it down. Good, can you feel your rib cage swing back into the floor? Last one here. This time I'm gonna float my back leg up and hold it. So new side. We'll lower that roller down, knee straightens, press down gently into the roller, and then draw that leg back in. Good, if you're ready to add on, we'll lower the head and shoulders as we push it out, and then we pull everything to the middle. Lengthening out, pulling it in. Good, can you still feel that level situation for the back of your hips? So remember when you had that pelvis up on the roller, how it felt level between the left and the right? See if you can check in with that feeling here. Last 4. Good, last 3. Good, last 2. And then last one, we'll find the top and hold it. Now it's my front hand that's gonna cross over up in a little rotation through the ribs. And I'm gonna try to press my knee against the back of my hand. Just hold it, and then a few times that leg straightens and bends. Good. Straighten and bend. Here we go for 3. Good. Last 2, really swing the ribcage back into the floor. Last one. And then knees down, head down. Take that little shift side to side with the knees. Let the back of the pelvis relax. Good, and then we'll do one without the roller. So come into this position for me, sitting. I've got one knee tucked in underneath the other one, and this hand's gonna be nice and far away from me. Good, feel your shoulder really wide. From here, I'm gonna look up and find a side plank. So we push through the legs, lift up into a nice long side plank, and feel those core muscles on the side really connect. Good, and then bend your knees. Bring your hips back down. If this position doesn't work for you, you can always bring your bottom elbow down and take this on your forearm. Up to you. We'll go 3 more here and then hold the top. Last 3. Good. Last 2. Good. Last one, let's straighten those legs, hold the top, and then kind of like a rainbow shape, we're gonna go up and over the arm, lift your side waist, and then stack yourself back into that side plank. So we go up and over it, and then stacking into your side plank. I wanna make sure my shoulder feels really broad, and I'm not letting my shoulder roll forward. So really open through those collarbones. Here we go for 4. But we've got one more after this. 3. You can always reset if you need to. Last 2. Good. Last one here. I'm gonna look up at that top hand, open my chest a little towards the ceiling, and then feel that top hand come to your bottom pocket. Scoop your abs in. Look for the sky, and then unfold it. Good. Again, if you need your bottom elbow down, it's okay to have that bottom elbow and knees down. You'll take a little mini version here. So scooping bottom hand under and opening up. So totally up to you. Either version is great. We'll go 3 more good ones. But last one. Nice job. Bring your hips back down where they started, and we'll take a little counter stretch. So I'm gonna go up over my legs, take a nice big side bend over, and then swing your legs around for the other side. So when you're ready for it, that same sitting position. So I'm standing onto one foot, other one's tucked in. My arm's pretty far away from me. And you can always play around with exactly where you need it to be. From here, big breath, get ready. We'll press and squeeze those legs straight, find your side plank. Good, when you're ready, we'll bend the knees and come back. So my arm is kind of acting like a kickstand. I'm going up and over it, and then lengthening back down. Good, 3 more here. Last 3. Good, last 2. Nice, last one, we'll hold this at the top. Good, kind of feels like a rainbow shape. We'll go up and over it, lifting that bottom side waist, and then stacking yourself up on top. Remember that bottom shoulder feels wide. I wanna make sure I'm not sinking down into that bottom shoulder. Good, 3 more here, we got it. Last 3. Good, last 2. Good, give me that big exhale. Pause at the top, we'll look up at that top hand, open your chest, and then top hand to the bottom pocket, scoop those abdominals way up, and then open up. Exhale, we scoop and lift, and open. Scoop and lift, and open. Remember, bottom The little bit lower version is a great option. So knees might be bent, elbow down. Great option down here if you need it. 2 more good ones, wherever you chose. We go under and open. Last one, you got it. Open, and then bend your knees. Bring it down. Good little counter twist, up and over. Nice job. And then we'll find a hands and knees position, and I want you to use your roller again. So the roller's gonna come close to me, and what I'm gonna do is walk my hands forward and crawl my knees up on top of the roller. So I've got my shins kind of on it, and I want you to walk your hands forward far enough that your legs can have some space. So it's like shin is right kind of on top of the middle of the roller, not too close to my knee, not too close to the ankle. And already here, you'll feel how you kind of have to scoop up in your abdominals to hold that position. So I'll keep my hips bent at this 90-degree bend. I'm gonna move from my shoulder joints. So I want you to push with your hands and slide backwards. Body kind of feels locked in like a box. And then I'll use my arms to pull myself forward. What might want to happen is the rib cage might want to drop down as you do that movement. So think about the back of your ribs staying really lifted up. Good, so I'm kind of using my core muscles to drag myself forward and then control myself back. And we'll go 4 more there, feeling really boxy. Here's last 4. Good, last 3. Good, last 2. And then last one there. We'll find that hands and knees position. Feet will come all the way together, and now I want you to push your legs all the way straight. What might need to happen is you'll need to take a tiny step forward with your legs so you have that roller kind of again mid-shin. And from here, we'll bend the knees underneath and then press the legs back out. We bend those knees in and out, and then let's see if we can use that same breath. So exhale and lengthen. So really getting that deepest layer of abdominals, trying to support and lift the spine. Let's try 3 more good ones. Last 3. Ooh, there we go. Last 2. And then last one right here. In, out, and then you can bring your knees forward and down and take a little child's pose. Just let your back let go. So hips back to heels. Hang out in a little child's pose and relax. Good. From here, we're going to take a nice slow roll up through the spine. Good. And then let's come to a hands and knees position with our hands on the roller. So I've got my wrists right on top of it. And the same idea. I'm going to let the roller slide forward a little bit, and then I'm going to pull it back in. So it's not going to feel like too big of a movement. I want to feel this kind of pressure of my hands down and back. Tailbone's reaching out long. And again, notice how you can feel your abdominals kind of lifting to support your spine. Good, and then take that roller forward even more. Give yourself a little stretch for your pecs. You can let your head hang down. Good, from here we'll come all the way down onto our belly. So laying down on your belly, kind of same idea with the roller. We'll roll the roller back towards you, peel your chest up, try to keep that low belly a little bit lifted, and then lengthen yourself out. So rolling that chest forward and up, pulling the roller back towards you, and then lengthening out into that long line. Good. Notice if your hips are pushing down into the floor evenly. See if you can feel left and right side kind of equally pressing into the ground. And we'll go 3 more here. Last 3. Good. Last 2. Rolling that chest way up towards the sky. Tail stays a little tucked. Last one, we'll hold it part way up. So I want to feel those abdominals engage up off the ground. I'm not pushing my belly down into the floor. I'm feeling those lower abdominals kind of zipping up and in. And then from here, I'm just gonna bend my elbows and pull the roller in towards my chest a little bit, and then reach the arms out. So elbows pull in and reach out. Good, in and out. Good, use those abdominals to keep that low back nice and long. Here we go, 3 more, last 3. Good, last 2. And then last one, we'll stretch the arms out nice and long. Spin your thumbs so you're in this thumbs up position, and then we'll lift the right arm and the left leg together, and then they come back down. Left arm and right leg together, they come back down. And so it might kind of feel like I'm working my glutes and the backs of my shoulders, which I am, but I also want you to feel those abdominals, lifting from the floor and challenging how far you can lift your legs. So if it feels like a little bit of a tug of war between your abdominals and your limbs, I want the abdominals to win and stay connected underneath you. Here we go, final 4. Last 3. Good, last 2. Nice work. Last one, we'll roll that roller away and just sit back into your child's pose one more time. Good, breathing into it. Nice, from here, let's come forward onto our hips again, but we'll be propped up on our elbows. So I've got my shoulder right on top of my elbow, parallel with my forearms like I'm holding a shoebox. And then from here, I'm going to slowly engage my abdominals and float my pelvis up in line with my shoulders. And then we'll really slowly peel the body back down. So I want to make sure it feels like I have a lot of space for my low back. My head is reaching forward, my tail is reaching back, and it's my abdominals that scoop up to lift my hips. Good. Another way to do it would be to kind of drop the weight into my low back, which is not what I want. So feel that low back really nice and long. Use those abdominals. Good, we'll go 3 more here. That hot exhale might help you do it. Good, last 2. And then last one, we're gonna hold this position at the top. So I'm gonna get my hips all the way up in line with my shoulders. I want you to tuck your toes under and then press one leg all the way straight. So I've got one knee bent on the ground, one leg all the way straight. Take a moment, feel your belly button look straight down at the floor, and then trade your legs. Switch. Good, same idea, square off, feel that bottom knee down, elbows pressed down, and then switch your legs. And then here we go, little switch. And then little switch. And then you can take this a little bit faster if you want to. Switching and switching and switching. Good, breathing in for a few, exhaling for a few. 10 seconds here. Here's our 6, 5, 4, meet me in a plank in 3, 2, we'll push both legs all the way straight, find that plank to hold it. Good, we've got about 10 seconds here holding, so really press those elbows down, feel those long abdominals in the front. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then drop your knees down. We'll rock the hips back towards the heels, and then just relax your hips way back. Hands will come over towards one side. We'll take a little side bend, opening up that space in the side of the body. Good, and then go the other way. So hands will walk over towards that other side. We'll stretch open through the side seam of the body. Good, walk yourself through to center. We'll roll up the middle, so let your belly lead the way. Abdominals want to go up, head and shoulders want to drag. And then once you're all the way seated, you can interlace your hands behind your head, roll those shoulders back, look on up towards the ceiling, give yourself a little stretch. And then let those arms let go. Nice work. Fantastic moving with you today. Have a great day.